So, Donald Trump has put tariffs around the world, and around the world means around the world. He has started with a tariff of baseline 10%, which he has even levied upon some islands of Australia, like McDonald's Island, which is uninhabited and only penguins live. So even he has put tariffs upon penguins, but to be not funny, he has put a lot of tariff on a lot of countries, from friends to foes. He has put tariffs on everyone, and this, I think, is going to impact the global trade system, the global economy, as well as the geopolitics. Not only in the long run, but also in short and medium run. And if you look at what may happen, I think that global trade system will be affected, but its central, the United States of America's central role in the global trade system will also be reduced. And if you look at US tariffs, they have put tariffs also on very close allies like Canada, European Union, Mexico, and also with great trading partners with bulk of materials like China. And this will have effect because these countries have also started targeting United States of America. And if you look at the studies which shows that, like, because of tariffs only from Mexico and Canada, there could be a loss of more than 200,000 full-time jobs in United States. And it may also affect only the Canadian problem can affect 0.2% of United States GDP. So imagine if the whole world does this against the United States of America, what is going to happen, and what will be the consequences of the price rise, of the inflation there in the US domestic market, when countries which produces in bulk, like the countries of Asia, the Southeast Asian countries, China, they start targeting US's market. And when things become costlier for Americans to export, it will cut the jobs in America, which bank upon exporting economy. And the local household will actually feel more of inflation, because everything is going to be costly. Because what America produces some high tech stuff and weapons, and weapons are not used by households, so they are importing almost everything. And when they are importing everything, everything in household living will be affected, and this will lead to rise in inflation across the United States of America, and this will hurt their economy. And if you look at other blocks like European Union bloc, or India China as a bloc you can consider, or other countries, something unexpected also happened, that China, Japan, and South Korea, these are the foes since so many decades or even centuries. They came together in order to survive this American tariff war. So if these countries are being joined by a huge country like India, then what's left for United States of America? And there are already talks going on between India and European Union. In past 1 decade, we have seen about 90% growth in trade between India and EU. Now, if there is some kind of trade agreement between the two countries, or between two blocks, India as well as EU, then what trade which will be affected from United States will go in favor of EU and India mutually. So this will lead to more blocks trading among themselves. BRICS may emerge even more powerful. Trading among each with each other may become even easier, even cozier, even cheaper. So I think that blocks will be strengthened, and these blocks may deepen more and more, and it will reduce actually US export opportunities, and will also be hurting American jobs. This will be a bad move for United States of America. If you look at impact on Indian economy. Definitely, there will be some effect on Indian economy in short term. But I think if we can come close to Southeast Asian countries, ASEAN countries, China and European Union, and also spend more on domestic industry, especially in tech sector as well as green energy sector, then we are a huge economy of more than 1.5 or 4 billion people. So we, in medium term, we can actually gain more, I think so, and it may turn out to be more effective, and this will actually isolate America more in the already uh, happening world where people are looking down at United States of America because of their unpredictability, sanctions and tariff regimes. And if you look at China, I think China will deepen its alliance, its trade ties more with Latin American countries, European Union, India, and Africa. And I think they can also try to make the BRICS, BRI country as a block, trading bloc. And if that happens, it can be very much actually hurting to US trade. Then I think there will be an emergence of alternative markets, and Trump's tariffs, they might push the world to ditch the United States of America and build new markets elsewhere. And places like Southeast Asia, Latin America could step up. Then we have BRICS and RCEP, which will integrate further and may also integrate among themselves, leading to one more block or bigger blocks of alternative markets. And to be very frank, countries are actually tired of US's high cost game. The US actually keep acting that it runs the show. But all these countries, especially the bigger countries, have their own strengths. They might be lacking in infrastructure, or some countries might be having less of political stability, but they don't depend on United States to sort all these problems, and they can do it by themselves. So it may lead United States to a position where it is no more a big global big shot. And if you look at globalization, we are already seeing fragmentation of globalization since some time, and with this tariff war, countries will start looking inwards, so less of globalization and more of inward looking. And I think this tariff war may reduce US economy by 2%. You may be saying that Dr. Gulresh, you are exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. Mark my words, these things have potential of reducing US's economy by 2%, and that's a huge number. If you look at EU's, European Union's strategy, one should not forget that this is an economy of more than $20 trillion, and all these 27 states are very well economically integrated among themselves, and they have a population size which is 29% more than that of United States of America. So population wise, this is a bigger market and a very decent market of $20 trillion, and people are highly educated, well trained people. So they can integrate more, already integrated, and they can also integrate more with countries like India and Southeast Asian countries and China. And this way they will also get more of their strategic autonomy, because US controls their foreign policy, their everything. But once you are financially independent, be it a person, be it a family or a nation, then autonomy comes into place and they become somewhat autonomous, and that will happen to European Union if they are out of the clutches of United States of America. Then there will, if you talk about BRICS, I think there will be exponential growth in BRICS countries and as a grouping itself, and it may rise as a intra BRICS trading bloc in itself, and these economies will prosper, because these most of these countries, be it India, China, Russia, Iran, even South Africa, these are historical countries. They are natural countries. They are not man-made countries, artificially created countries like United States of America or some of the European countries. These are very much natural countries, and they have been existing since thousands and thousands of years. So they have got those cultural ties and everything, and these countries may expand their integration economically as well. So, in a nutshell, I'll say things will be very bad for America in medium to long term, but for India and other countries, we should concentrate more on intra trading among ourselves in our own currencies.